Well, we still don't have any dinosaurs, but we're getting closer. Leading up to what we expect to be the full trailer in just a couple of weeks at the Super Bowl, the Jurassic World official account just dropped 10 minutes ago a brand new image from the upcoming film. This one with the caption, "Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey lead a dangerous mission in Jurassic World Rebirth." Not much to say on that one really. So we don't have a dinosaur, but what we do have is a very big egg. And there's actually a surprising amount we can pick up from this single image by tying it into a few other things we've seen and heard over the past few months. Let's take a little look. First of all, the setting itself. Now this is the first official reveal of something we've known about for a long time now, thanks to behind the scenes footage from the filming that took place here in England. All the way back in August last year, we got this image from Unboxed PhD over on Twitter, showing someone climbing up the outskirts of an ancient ruin. Likely Aztec in my opinion, given the design. Or it could even be some as of yet unnamed civilization. It could even be the civilization that once lived on Isla Nublar. Regardless, a peek at the stone formation and shaping in the background heavily suggests that this is the same location in both images. Filmed in Thailand, but meant to resemble South America where the film is being set. And it's worth noting that over the months we also got a few other images of temple stairs and archways and all this kind of jazz, all building up this kind of ancient civilization vibe. But what is this area? What does it actually tell us? Well, there's some theories about that too that have kind of just come to light. Let's take a look at the egg and its surroundings. So it's worth noting that it's set in this gigantic dried grass sort of nest. Now any manner of prehistoric creature, dinosaur or otherwise, likely built nests somewhat similar to this. But given the sheer size of the nest, the sheer size of the egg itself, and the fact that the entrance to this structure is raised so high off the ground, I'm almost certain that what we're looking at here is the nest and egg of a Quetzalcoatlus. It doesn't seem likely that any large dinosaurs would be nesting in such a difficult to reach spot, and if you watched my video last week, then you'll know that Quetzalcoatlus is likely returning as the largest flying animal that we heard about from the initial Rebirth press release. There's also the design of the building facade as we saw in that earlier image. Let's bring that back up. There's teeth and a snout kind of carved into the mountainside here that you can make out. Perhaps then a reference to Quetzalcoatlus' namesake, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god. As it's worth noting, as I said earlier, in Aztec culture. Really the proper confirmation for all of this comes from this bit right here though. We know Jonathan Bailey is playing the paleontologist in this film, and we can see here he's pulling a sample from this egg. He's retrieving a sample from within the egg. There's a chance I guess he would be dosing the egg with something, but that seems to make a lot less sense, and there's no residue or something within the syringe that would suggest he's injected a fluid into the egg. Now, of course, as we know, the goal of our protagonists in this film is A, well, don't be eaten by dinosaurs probably, but also B, retrieve genetic samples from the 3 largest prehistoric species on the planet. So if we put all that together, what do we have? We have our central characters scaling an ancient carved temple to retrieve a genetic sample from a Quetzalcoatlus egg. Lovely, I suspect it goes terribly wrong after this, but very cool. It does raise an interesting question as to where all this started. The civilization of Suriname, which is where the film is set at least partially, did they carve the temple to the Quetzal and it happened to take rest there? Or did they note already that it was staying in this region, it was staying in this mountain, maybe they spotted the nest, and they decided to carve an offering into the wall to honour it? Is the film going to suggest that Quetzalcoatlus itself is the origin story for Quetzalcoatl? Either way, you know what this image says to me, really? Old school adventure nonsense. It gives me those Jurassic Park vibes, the Mummy kind of vibes. I'm really excited about that. What do you make of this image? Is there anything I missed you think you could possibly add to the discussion? Let me know in the comments down below. Throw me a like if you enjoyed the video, yada yada yada, and subscribe for more of the latest Jurassic World Rebirth news. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much love as always. Bye bye.
Road.